Hey, welcome back to another edition of Everything Football 62. I'm your host, Jonathan Big Tex Johnson, a.k.a. Uncle Tex, a.k.a. Professor Tex. Man, let's just go ahead and jump right into it. You guys already see, you already see the title. You already see the title. And it's crazy because I hadn't had any news on. I'm on vacation, so I'm chilling. So I already had some news on. Frat brother of mine hit me up. Said, hey, man, you see what happened, man? They sit up there and this, that, and the other with Cam. And I'm like, wow. And it just took me back a couple years ago. See, let's walk back down memory lane real quick, like. Because it has something basically to do with Colin Coward when a couple of years ago in the wild card game when Carolina and New Orleans played and technically the Panthers should have actually beat them that particular year. Cam had a hell of a game. His receivers didn't give him no love, right? I already talked about that. Y'all go check that one out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can go check that one out. But shortly after that, I think I did a shortly after that. It might have been before that, but I think shortly after that, I actually, because people was talking shit. And I was just like, dude, take Drew Brees' first 6 or 7 years in the league and take Cam 6 or 7 years in the league. Aside from the passing exploits, because that's what Brees did, right? Cam was right there in the same running. Now, of course, since then, since that was 2017, and that's the last time that Carolina's actually had even a winning record. They won 11-5 that year. And last time Cam was there, right? 18, 19, Cam's over there in New England in 20. They start out 6-1, and that was 28. I think I want to say 2018 or whatever. And what that Cam was basically only played 2 games with 0-2, and giving the ball to old boy and stuff like that. So we all know how that all ended out. Cam ended up going to New England, $1 million contract, 7-8 over there, missed the game, COVID stuff, and all this other kind of stuff. And this was going to be his year, from what I can understand. Cause I really don't look at preseason like that. If the big dogs ain't playing, I don't really care. I'm not concerned. Give me the big dogs, which is regular season, because I don't pay that much attention to that or preseason games, right? Now we get the news that Cam got cut this morning. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Now it was so funny, and this is from my man Hoghead Cheese, Big Hog. What's up, Hog? So my thing that I was saying was that this was a legacy year for him. And what I mean by legacy year, this is the year he needs to solidify himself, because with Cam having, I think, 190, I think he has like 190 passing touchdowns, and he has like 70 rushing touchdowns, which leads all-time NFL in the 102, 103 years it's been in existence. A quarterback don't have that kind of numbers like that. Cam is a 3-time Pro Bowler, 1-time first-team All-Pro quarterback, Offensive Player of the Year, as well as MVP, went 15-1, got to the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, they lost. Anybody knows I'm a Cam fan. I've done a couple of different shows on Cam and what he can do, this, that, and the other. Work with a guy that was a big Cam Newton fan, Carolina fan, the whole 9 yards. But this is the thing. When Cam didn't decide to do the hokey pokey, he didn't do the hokey pokey. And then I was hearing all this stuff. I'm like, that's not new. New England doesn't do that. As long as Belichick's at New England doesn't do that. They don't bring unwanted attention to them as an organization, as a football team, especially with Belichick. He doesn't deal with that. And if you having a rookie and we've already went in the first round to get him, well, this is basically your replacement. Now, Cam pretty much knows that, calling him mac and cheese, all that stuff like that or whatever. Fine. But at the same time, you're still trying to cement your legacy. Because this is what I say. When I talk about legacy, this is Cam. And I was going to do a show on his legacy. I'm going to show a couple of guys who this is a major year for certain players. I'll be doing shows later for certain players. But I'm going to deal with Cam. He's a veteran player. Been in the league since, I think, 2011. It's like, if Cam is going to be considered, or the way I was looking at it, going to be considered for the Hall, he has to put in 2 or 3 more Pro Bowl seasons. Won about 32, 33 games. Okay. Possibly get to the AFC or NFC, wherever he's at, championship game. and 10-6, 11-5, possibly 12-4 the next 3 years. That'll give him, if he gets 2 or 3 Pro Bowls, that's 5 or 6 Pro Bowls. He's not going to get no All Pro. It's not. It's too many guys are just dangerous passes in the game, far succeeding anything of what he can basically do, because Cam has never been blessed with that of a number one receiver except for his first 2 years I think that they had with Steve Smith. Okay, so he's not going to get that, but he can get the Pro Bowl. Remember, John Elway, he had the 3 Amigos or whatever, but John Elway never even sit up there and made first team AP quarterback. But he went to like 9 Pro Bowls and won a ton of games and went to 5 Super Bowls. So that's why he was going to be where he was going to be. So, but Cam made a major mistake. He didn't get the hokey pokey, right? So since he didn't get the hokey pokey, that's bringing unwanted attention to the New England Patriots. Mac Jones having a good joint and all that. Cam played himself. Could walk around here what you want, trying to look like Bioski and Jay-Z. Sip your wine and cigars. I'm a cigar enthusiast, not an aficionado. On the front of aficionado, all that stuff. Cam look like he's getting ready to go into another ramble, and that's fine. But his legacy is completely in jeopardy now. He's without a team. Who's going to pick him up? I told my partner, I said, well, possibly he can go to Washington, because Fitzpatrick is going to end up doing what Fitzpatrick always do every year. But we don't know what's going to happen. But this is what I'm talking about. I did a show back in, I think, 2018, like I told you guys, compared him and Breeze, and they were equal. Matter of fact, Cam was actually better. Go back and check it out. Cam was actually better. But the past years, since 2017, 18, 19, 20, the past 3 years has been pretty awful for Cam insofar as being hurt for 2 years. That takes your stock down some, man. And then when you get to a point, if you're not going to take the poke, and they're going to say, oh, that's fine, Cam. That's fine. Not knowing, homie, you went 7-8 last year. And you might have had 12 rushing touchdowns, but we went 7-8. And that was a team that actually went 10-6 with all the issues that they had. And a couple of times in games, Cam gave it away with some crucial fumbles. And this is what I'm talking about. He should have known better that for him not wanting to do the hokey pokey, should have known that Belichick was, oh, yeah, you ain't got to do it. And Belichick in his mind is sitting up there saying, yeah, all right, you ain't got to do it. But he's saying at the same time, it's like, unless you doing something extraordinary, we're not going to have this BS over here in New England, in this camp over here. And Cam let that be that way. I say, dude, if you playing ball, you got to take that hokey pokey. You got to do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. You got to do that. Now he's out of a job, and now a quarterback of his caliber, instead of him probably going down the annals of somebody that completely like changed the game with his size and what he did and his accomplishments, Cam is going to go on a footnote, probably being another Roman Gabriel. Go look him up. You see what I'm talking about. If you know what if you old heads know, if you football heads really, really, really know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But if he did like I figured that he probably would, because remember, 2018, I'm gonna say it's 2018. 2018, Cam 6-1. He was in the discussion of MVP after the first 6 or 7 weeks in the game. Hurt his shoulder, messed up, couldn't throw, no torque on the ball and whatnot. And of course, they ended up going like 6-8 or whatever, like 6-8, 6-9. End up just abysmal, or just flamed out. So now Cam is without a job. He's without a home. And I see possibly Washington, because Fitz, he might give you 3 or 4 wins, 4 or 5 wins. If Cam can slide in there, getting them 4 or 5 wins, that'll give you 10. You're in the NFC East, you might be able to take that. So that might be something Rivera might look at. Remember, I heard it here first. But Cam's legacy is being played with right now. And because of this, because of him not taking the hokey pokey. So, again, this is something he should know better. Belichick, when it comes to that, dude is a taskmaster, man. He's not dealing with that bullshit. Okay, he ain't gonna say nothing. But at the same time, why do you think a joker like Gronkowski, who's a first ballot Hall of Fame, is like, he's a taskmaster over there. Either you with the program and you not. Brady was the only exception. The only. And then even after a while, Brady's like, I'm gone. So now Cam pulls this after going 7-8 last year. You better get that hokey pokey, boy. Turn yourself around. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. So I really hope Cam falls somewhere. I'm a big Cam fan. I hope he lands on his feet somewhere, man. You know, really do. But I'm just saying, this was a mistake on his part, and he should have known better. He shouldn't have took that hokey pokey. He was having a pretty decent preseason from what I heard. And everything. And so now you're out of a job. But if you want to be Basquiat, have your little hair do like Jay-Z and the rest of them jokers and Basquiat and all them, and have your YouTube page smoking cigars and drinking nice Pinot, whatever like that, hey man, that's fine. But you're a football player. So I would just really wanted to see you exceed and go to the next level and be that player that you should be. But it seemed like he's starting to flame out. And it's unfortunate because he put a lot of things on the map, and you hate to see it go down that way, but it seems like this is what's getting ready to happen. And I'll be probably coming back, hitting with some shows about this certain other players. Saquon Barkley. Oh, he's on the fucking clock, partner. He's on the clock. But I will say this before I get off here. Another 2 minutes probably on him. And because they say, oh, Mac Jones is the this, that, and the other. Could you please, in the past 15 years, name me of the all those national championships that Alabama has won? Where are those quarterbacks at? Now, mind you, these quarterbacks is a part of running teams. Was a part of running teams. So please explain to me where these guys at now. I remember talking about AJ McCarron. The only thing AJ McCarron brought to the forefront, aside from winning that national championship with Bama and coming in the pros, is a little hot ass piece of ass he was married to. Little hot guy that Britt Musburger got in trouble with. That's it. Name me the other ones. You can't name them. You got Snake. Let me do this. I'm gonna take it back even further. You got Bart Starr. You got Snake. And you got Joe Namath. or I should say Bart Starr, Namath, and then Snake. And all three of those guys have won Super Bowls in the league. A few different championships with Bart Starr, obviously. The first 2 Super Bowls. Then Namath comes back with the joint 68, 69. And then Snake in 76, 77. Whereas Richard Todd never panned out. Where's the Alabama quarterback? So we see what Mac and Cheese do. We'll see. But Alabama quarterbacks, what Alabama turns out, defensive linemen and defensive backs. Y'all know that. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Put your comments down in the bottom. Subscribe to the page. Hey, y'all, I'm in Northern VA. I want to get the channel a little bit better. Holler at me if somebody's in Northern VA and know about editing, because I want to start showing graphics and a lot of that stuff. So do that for me, because I don't know. I don't have the patience for all that, but I can sit up there, do that. Somebody know that. Price is right. Let's do some business. All right. Like I tell you guys all the time, there is no greatest of all. There is no GOAT. There's no greatest of all time as long as time is still going on. I tell you guys all the time, numbers don't lie and get emotional. People do. Y'all have a good one.